All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to all at NESC Red Devils NCR. This is Delvin, and this is a new section that we have begun on our YouTube channel. This is Daily Roundup with me, Delvin, and throughout the course of this week, every day we will come up with a video describing the day-to-day affairs of the club and whatever new happenings that are going on in and around Old Trafford and Carrington. So starting off today, we'll talk about the contract situations of some of our key players who are entering into the final stages of their contracts with Man United. The likes of Marcus Rashford, Luke Shaw, Diogo Dalot, and David De Gea are entering in their final legs of their respective contracts at United, and the hierarchy in and around Old Trafford considers extending their contracts of paramount importance, especially of Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford has been in tremendous form this season. He's already eclipsed his career best in terms of goals scored for United. He's on 24 goals this season and has scored the most amount of goals since the World Cup across the continent with 16 goals. Naturally, Ten Hag is been very happy with his performances, and he believes that signing Marcus Rashford to a long-term extension is his priority. He's also gone on record and said in an interview with Sky Sports that signing Marcus Rashford to a long-term contract is of paramount importance. He's happy with the way Marcus Rashford is performing both on and off the field. And if Ornstein is to be believed, then initial talks have begun for his contract extension. And it seems that it's only a matter of time before Rashford signs on the dotted line. Another reason why it was thought that the talks had stalled as far as Rashford is concerned is because of the impending takeover situation. It is believed that with the club in a sense of limbo currently due to the impending takeover situation and that the bids have been coming in thick and fast, contract talks would be put on the back burner up until the ownership situation is sorted, which is an approach that Chelsea used during their takeover last year. But then it is officially been declared that the takeover situation will not be any hindrance or any obstacle as far as signing contracts are concerned. So Marcus Rashford's contract is of paramount importance. A couple of more players who are entering into their final stages are Diogo Dalot and Luke Shaw, with the club keen to tie them down as well. It seems like Ten Hag is slowly and steadily building a core of his players, which will be the nucleus of the side for seasons to come. Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, the new signings are already part of the core, but the likes of Rashford, the likes of Shaw, and the likes of Dalot, who have been in the club for a while, are also expected to be an important part of that core. Which is why it is fairly obvious that Ten Hag wants to tie them down to contracts as soon as possible. And I genuinely believe that signing them down to long-term extensions in the current form that they are in would give us a pretty comfortable core and a core which can be utilized throughout the season. Rashford turns 26 this year, Diogo Dalot turns 25 this year, and Shaw is 28 this year. All three players are entering or are very close to their peak, and it will be a huge bonus for these three players to be at our club at their primes, and with the team seemingly improving each level after each level, there is genuine cause of belief that these players could be key members of our side for years to come. Uh, another important another important update that had come last night was that FSG, who are the owners of Liverpool, officially pulled out of selling Liverpool. Now, this is very interesting because Liverpool had put out their club for sale before Manchester United had, and they were expecting a decent and attractive bid of around 4 billion to 4.5 billion thereabouts. But it has already been close to 3.5 months now, and unfortunately, or fortunately, as far whatever your outlook is as a United fan, they did not receive the bid that they expected to, and John Henry, the owner of FSG, who owns Liverpool, has gone on to say that we will be exploring investment options, but in no way we will be selling the club. Now that is a very interesting outlook on Liverpool's fortunes, because they were another team under American ownership who were pretty disgruntled with their owners as well. But the fact of the matter still remains that Brendan Rodgers a long while ago, while Liverpool were rumored to be in the market for Alexis Sanchez, and Sanchez chose to join Arsenal instead of Liverpool. Brendan Rodgers explained it in very simple terms why players do not want to come to Liverpool. He said in one word, that's geography. And I think that statement holds a lot of weight because if you compare Liverpool and Manchester United, yes, both of them prestigious footballing entities, transcending football for years and years and years in different decades of dominance, perhaps you could say. But Liverpool still have the aura among them. They do remain the most successful English club in Europe with 6 Champions League titles. So Brendan Rodgers said that the reason why players do not select Liverpool or Merseyside for that matter compared to other cities, it's because of geography. And I certainly believe that that has a massive say in prospective ownership situations as well. Yes, Manchester United and Liverpool are both prestigious clubs. They are the torchbearers of English football and have dominated English football for decades and decades. Liverpool, in fact, are the most successful English club in Europe with six Champions League titles as well. But then, after all, it does come down to location, and it does come down to the feasibility of the project. And in that regard, United is an entirely different kettle of fish. United is an absolutely gargantuan institution, both from a commercial standpoint and from a marketability point of view. This is a club which is self-sustainable in its earnings and with a massive fan base, with the name United synonymous to a global outreach. United have the capability of filling in stadiums in different corners of the world, which has been experienced firsthand in all of those preseason tours that we have gone to, be it the US, be it Australia, be it China, be it Thailand, for example. So all of this does come down to the very simple fact that United are a much bigger commercial giant compared to Liverpool, and with United seemingly getting the footballing side of things right, still a long way to go as far as that is concerned, but there is an inkling of United getting their stuff sorted together and at the right time. Obviously means that irrespective of whatever the prestige of the institution is, it always comes down to geography and the prospective marketability of that particular commodity, and which is why Liverpool have fallen back in terms of this. And I mean, it's not surprising as well, considering the fact that Liverpool have been hanging on the coattails of a lot of teams this season. They have not been performing well, up to their standards also. Good for us. It's about time that, the world comes back to a sense of normalcy, and Liverpool being on mid-table is indicative of the times that the times are good and the times are back to being normal. So coming to the United coaching staff, there has been a lot of appreciation and a lot of flowers being put out to Benni McCarthy, who I believe has been one of those steals of the season, as far as United's backroom coaching staff is concerned. Benni McCarthy has been a very underrated player as well during his playing days, but a very very efficient striker. And his work with Marcus Rashford, his work with all the other players who had seemingly forgotten how to score and are now scoring left, right, and center. Marcus Rashford is the biggest example of Benni McCarthy's genius and Benni McCarthy's unheralded approach towards the game. And he immediately accepted the proposal of being United's member of coaching staff within one interview as well. Goes on to show that how important he feels to impart his knowledge and understanding of the game to the next generation. And now it has been reported that Jadon Sancho wishes to have a few one-on-one sessions with Benni McCarthy. It is a very tantalizing time, and if at all Benni McCarthy's knowledge, Benni McCarthy's understanding and intricacies of finishing do rub off on Jadon Sancho, we could see an entirely menacing United front line in the next 2 to 3 months. Jadon Sancho's goal against Leicester was indicative of a man who's beginning to find his confidence, who's beginning to find his quality, and has become accustomed and comfortable with the fact that he is a Manchester United player now, after all the hardships, all the mental adversities, and all the managerial upheaval that he went through in his first season as a United player. He looks the part now, and adding finishing to his game will only make him a much more well-rounded and an even bigger threat to opposition defenses. A Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, and an Anthony trio up front is going to cause mayhem for defenses all across the Premier League and Europe. And these are good times. These are scary times, but not for United. These are scary times for the rest of the league. The rest of the league is being put on notice. The winds of change are beginning to affect Man United in the right way at long last. And we as United fans are eagerly optimistic and are awaiting where this joyride is going to take us, because for the first time in a very very long time, this feel good factor feels like it is here to stay. That's all for today's daily roundup for United. We are coming very close to 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. So please go ahead, do smash that like button on this video. Do subscribe to this channel. This will we want to keep on putting out content, and we want to keep on growing along with you all. You subscribers are the very reason why we are here at this point in time, and we would want to grow with you all. So please do show us love. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our content if you do like it. We are also active on Instagram and Twitter. We would love to have you there as well. Do drop us a follow there. Do check the description. All the details, all the social media handles are put on there. I say this every time on a live stream. I'll say this on this video as well. Every day is match day on our official WhatsApp group. We would love to have you be a part of that as well, because it's an ever-growing family, and we always have room for more members. With that being said, this is Delvin on today's United Roundup. Wishing you all a very lovely day. Do take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with another dose of United Daily Roundup. Till then, take care, stay safe. GGMU. Goodbye.